how much wiggle room there is necessarily right now. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, but I'm pretty sure you can make a go of it there. But just understand it's right now with it being as heavy as it is right now. A lot of folk, I mean, they just got one stop shopping really as it is. So I'm not going to say it's a bad thing necessarily. I really can't say that, but I will say might be something for it. It's going to probably take a little bit more extra work and digging on your part right now as things stand. But I mean, there's plenty of money out there in the business right now. It really is. Now I'm not sure, like in Virginia, Virginia is one thing. I know in the southern United States it's different. So along an I-10, I-20, because if you're in Virginia, you're on that 95 going up to New York. I mean, unless you're connected up in New Jersey and whatnot, I'm really not 100% certain about how that would be. So Virginia is centrally located. But right now, with the way the routes are going and things like that, I'm not 100% certain how strategically located that would be necessarily. But I wouldn't tell you I wouldn't tell you that one way or the other. I wouldn't tell you that one way or the other.
Well, yeah, I'm actually looking into produce. Like I've been getting with produce because that's something that really don't stop, no matter, I guess, in the middle of the pandemic. And I did 3 years of freight. I'm sorry, 3 years of recruiting for the military. So I'm used to being told no. So it don't really bother me. So I just keep calling. And like actually, the first week I started, that's when I got 2 or 3 shippers ready to go. So with this going on, I'm just calling, and honestly, I mean, people saying yes when the things start back up. That's word of mouth. You're not getting no money until the paperwork's signed, but that's better than constantly getting told no. But I just want to be quick, man. Appreciate that broadcast. Fight of the century, man. It really changed it changed my life, or really changed my mindset, because I'm about to retire from the military, but I also wanted something to where I can not work for anybody. And freight broken, then getting over to the dispatch, and then into the fleet hot shot trucks. That's my my motivation for the next couple of years, man. But anybody who need answers, man, I mean, again, yeah. I mean, like I said, I was starting at the top of the trying to get the trucks out of like, well, 50,000, 30,000, 20,000 for the truck. It really
your phone's kind of breaking up right now. I'm not sure what's going on. You're kind of digitizing real bad, but I think we got the gist of what you were saying there. Just keep at it there.
Yeah.
It's going to work for you, but thank you for giving us a call. His phone started breaking up there a little bit, but definitely, like I said, there's plenty of money out there. And being intrepid about this, but it's really going to be about the folks who can last through these things. Once the economy picks back up and takes off, it's going to take off for real. It really will. Let me get caller from area code 910. You're on live with the Black Channel.
Hello?
Yes, you're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, my name is Kendrick Terrell. I'm from North Carolina, Rockingham, North Carolina, and I've been
Hold on just a moment here.
Sounds like I'm stuttering right now.
Yeah, hold on just
really
a moment
fast.
here.
I'm sorry.
Let me see here. Hold on just a moment here, Kenneth, because for some reason you all are breaking up real bad here. I'm going to see if I can tweak a couple of things to get that going, because I don't want you all breaking up. If I'm hearing you like that, then you might be hearing me kind of funny too, and I don't want that to be happening either. So I want to get this a little bit better than it's been here. The number is 646-787-1933. I'm going to be taking your phone calls so we can address those things there. Got a couple of folk here that I do want to have a conversation with and see if we can find out exactly what we need to be doing here. Let me get caller from area code 810. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello. My name is Jamar. I'm calling from Flint, Michigan.
Jamar, you're calling from where?
Flint.
You're calling from Flint, Michigan. What's on your mind, Jamar?
Yeah. Nothing much. I just been here. I've been following you for a while, whatever, whatnot. But my thing is this. People say it's a lot of money in trucking, which I don't understand. I understand that it is. I understand that it is a lot of money in trucking for people like Swift, Warner, and maybe a couple of other trucking companies that have contracts.
No, incorrect, wrong. You're wrong, period. You are wrong. There's no argument. There's no debate.
Well, how am I wrong?
There's no argument. There's no debate. You're just wrong.
Well, because I have my own truck. I have my own trailer, my own authority. So when you say I'm wrong, please explain.
I don't know if you had a substance abuse issue or maybe you were just in a bad place. I literally have done 2 programs now with nothing but truck drivers, independents, owner-operators. The money right now, they can't catch it. So this old sawbone that you're using, which has been around now for decades, about the only people making money is Swift and Covenant and Schneider, that's bullcrap. Right now, I got fellas who are operators running wild all over the country. What you're saying is wrong.
You're very aggressive on your channel, and I understand it's your channel, but you don't have to be so aggressive like that when you're dealing with people.
Sir, I'm not here to argue with you. Right? I'm not here to argue with you. I'm telling you straight out, it's not about being aggressive. If you're in your feelings, take your panties off. That's not what we're here for, okay?
My feelings.
Get out your feelings. I'm not here to deal with folks. I'm not here to deal with the metrosexuals who want to call me up and get in their feelings. That's not what we're here for, okay? So back off of it, man. Just be a grown man for once. Not here for that.
I thought you was with the Black Panthers, man. You sound like an agent.
Okay. One of these broke fellas up there in Flint, Michigan, he's been drinking the lead water.
Broke?
He can't even drive a truck to make money. Fellas are making money all over the
Sir, I work in prosthetics.
Except him.
Sir, do you know what that is?
A prosthetic means a foot up your broke rump. That's what a prosthetic is.
Broke?
Yes, that's what a prosthetic is for. Fellas are making money all over the United States in trucking, except you. You're the only guy who can't figure out how to do it. Folks are following the money everywhere. I don't think this is funny at all. We got grown-ass men out here who need to hear the truth. I don't think that's funny at all. I don't think it's funny, period. If you all want to know who's drinking the water up there in Flint, Michigan, that's one of the guys drinking the water. We got grown men out here acting like little children with their hood rat hose behind them, squealing and cackling. That's the kind of chick there. She'll be sleeping with the neighbors or the cousin because we don't want to hear excuses. I got too many grown men out here making money all over the place. Too many of them. Too many of them. If you want solutions, if you want answers, we deal with that. I'm not here to hear this nonsense. I've literally done 2 or 3 programs now with fellas out here who are independent owner operators out here getting it. Husband and wife teams out here getting it. And this jackass is talking about at a time when trucking companies can't keep drivers right now, they running drivers 24/7, and this guy is talking about what they can't get. I can't hear any nonsense like that right now. We got serious business to discuss. Caller from area code 910. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yes, my name is Kendrick Terrell. I'm from Rockingham, North Carolina. And first of all, I would like to say, Mr. Authority, I'm a huge fan of yours and also Professor Black Truth. I think you two do a really fantastic job in what you do. And I hope to continue to listen to more podcasts like this and also more videos from him as well. And getting that out of the way, the reason I called was because here in North Carolina, with this pandemic going around, and even before this pandemic started coming around, I have been unfortunately unemployed for quite a while. And even with places that say they're hiring, always for some reason feel the need to hesitate to hire me or something like that. So my question is, like, should I start considering other options when it comes to looking for employment, or should I, like, I don't know how to say it, but like, should I
here's the first thing you need to do. First thing you need to do is turn off your speakers behind you. Not turn them down.
Oh, sorry, that's
turn them off.
That's my backup phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. First thing you need to do is turn that off, sir.
Sorry, I'm listening to the podcast on my cell phone while I'm actually calling. I'm really sorry about that.
Yes, that's right. We tell people all the time, and of course, if you can't get through the act of turning off your speakers when you're already on the phone with me, I can understand why employers can have a problem. You've got split attention issues. You're going to have to fix that before anybody's going to give you priority. So this is a basic stumble that you just took here. So now I'm seeing, okay, Because how you do one thing is how you do all things. Don't try to convince me otherwise. How you do one thing is how you do all things. As far as employment is concerned, how old are you?
I'm 24.
24 years
I turn
old.
25 in a few years.
Okay,
Not a few years, in about a year from now.
You say he's going to turn 25 in a few years. No, I think you mean a few months. In any case, once again, we got focus issues. What I want to find out here is, do you actually have a skill?
Yes, sir. From some of the other jobs that I used to work at, I've gained quite a number of skills. Like, I worked in manning for a while, so I learned how to make boxes. I've learned how to fold certain objects and certain, like, basically not fold clothes. I'm sorry. Like, make boxes,
I'm not really
clothes,
sure.
like stuff like that.
I'm not really sure what's going on with Blog Talk as far as why that keeps happening, because my internet signal is good. I'm just not sure why it keeps having issues. So they must be having an issue on their end. So if I ask you all to repeat yourself, it's only because I know they have to be having an issue. Mine is just fine. Stream strength and everything is good, but there is probably a lot of folk using it right now. Or maybe it's just the CIA messing with it. But here's what I want to know, brother. Do you actually have a trade?
Oh, that, no, I'm sorry, I don't have.
Okay. So you don't actually have a trade skill.
No, sir.
Okay. And I want you to be aware that that is going to give you problems, okay? It is going to be problematic if you do not actually have a trade skill. And the reason why that's going to be problematic is because what exactly are you trying to go into the marketplace with? Being able to do one type of thing for one company might work for one company, but may not actually be applicable to literally anybody else. And that's going to be an issue that you run into. So companies don't want to know if you can do one thing. They want to know if you can do that thing for them. That's what they want to know. Can you do it their way? So the first thing I'm noticing is a lot of black men in particular, they keep going out into the marketplace and they don't have a skill set that they can transport somewhere else. So they remain entry level for everything that they do. And that is a huge, huge problem to keep running into. A situation where basically everything is entry level. That's a huge problem that we keep running into. At least where the girls are concerned, people tell them, you need to go out and get something you can use, like nursing or something. But for black men, we keep going into the marketplace and it becomes about, well, can we try to get entry level and get my weight up at a company or whatnot? So that's not really going to be a practical strategy that you can use. That's not actually going to be one. That's not actually going to work. So what you really have to have is a skill that you can transport from one place to another. That's really what you have to have. You're really going to have that. Because without that, nothing else is going to happen. It's not going to happen without that. We have a lot of people, and they're good folk, don't get me wrong. But one of the worst things that we have happening is this idea that we are going to be able to get economic progress or stability without having a concrete skill that we can take into the marketplace and use. Trying to circumvent that is the real issue that we keep running into. Trying to circumvent that. I've gone ahead and restarted that here. Let me see if we can go ahead and restart that for you. See if we can get them to stop from breaking up on us here, because I want them to go ahead and hear everything we're saying here. So caller from 910, I'm going to see if we can try to get him back on the line here in just a minute. Let me get caller from area code 419. You're on live with the Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Jason? This is Joe from Toledo.
Joe from Toledo, what's on your mind?
Well, as you said before you took calls, you want to speak to long-time listeners. I've been listening to you now for approximately almost now 9 years, and you always keep it 100 on multiple topics, as I always say. And I don't have like a question, but as you said today and always, you've been saying it for a while now about Black ownership in businesses. And I do go to where I live in Toledo to Black businesses. Well, here's my thing that I would like to say to you about this one situation, because of Black businesses today at this situation, as you speak upon, and I know you don't favor what I'm about to say too much, but you have a lot of multiple Black people that are millionaires in the athletic field, the music field, and the entertainment field. So it's like you said, the question I have for you, which I know you already probably explained it, but do you think this is a perfect opportunity, especially since we get to the NFL draft just the last couple of days?
Okay, brother, you're really dragging, brother, no disrespect. You're really dragging this out. Can you get to your question, please?
Yes, I will. Do you think this is a perfect opportunity for the multi-millionaire Afro-American Black people in America to do exactly what you say, to join in and open up businesses across the board in America?
Yeah, I'm messing with the audio here again, but he asked if this is an opportunity for multi-million-dollar Blacks to invest and open up opportunities. Here's the problem. Every day is an opportunity for them to do that. Every day is a chance for them to do that.
Okay.
The problem isn't what they are able to do, but not so much as what they are willing to do. You got to understand that these people are beneficiaries of white investment. And white people, when they invest, they do something that Black folk generally do not do, or should I say they generally do not have the luxury of doing. When they choose a Kanye West, is it because Kanye's the best? No. It's because they got pictures of him going back 10, 12, 15 years lusting after Kim Kardashian. So you might have seen those pictures of him and her a few years ago, but his white handlers saw it from the beginning. The white handlers know if they got a drug problem. The white handlers know if they got the interracialism problem. The white handlers know if somebody was touching on them when they were kids. You're finding them after they've been developed and presented to you by these corporations. But their white handlers already know they're color struck, already know there's substance abuse issues. In other words, they didn't build them up without having the ability to tear them down very quickly, which is why when they scuttle the ship, it stays scuttled. You couldn't do that to a Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wasn't somebody that they built. Joe Jackson built his sons. So the corporations could not do that. Same thing with Prince. Same thing with Babyface. Same thing with Teddy Riley. These are why they become legends. We don't have any modern day legends because all of them can be broken in an instant. Chris Brown can be broken. Rihanna, broken. All of them can be broken. So they're all really well-paid employees, but you have to understand they were fully vetted before time. If these were these are not revolutionaries, they're entertainers. They're not revolutionaries. They see themselves in many cases as being contemporaries with white society. They're not looking to build anything for, with, or around Black folk. We are just a customer base. But that is not what they're there for. So what that means is that we cannot really start any discussion that begins with, well, how about these well-paid employees of these white entertainment and sports companies? What about them? Well, what about them? They wouldn't be in the positions that they are in if they were going to be troublemakers. There's a reason why. It's not because they're the best. They're not the best. They're the chosen. And that's what it is. So today, if you're not a whore, or you don't have a drug, for the females, if you ain't a hoe, and for the males, if you don't have a drug habit, or if you're not moist, that they're not really going to put any investment into you. It doesn't matter how, quote, talented you are. You'll end up like Supernatural or some of them other fellows we can name. Oh, people talking about how incredibly talented they are, but they never can get signed. Yeah, they're never going to sign you because, we checked your portfolio. Yeah, you're going to be trouble. And next. And let's just be clear about that. That's what it is. So you get a bunch of lame musicians. You get a bunch of lame booty shakers. And now they're not even getting musicians anymore. It's just about, hey, are you an Instagram slut and can swing your booty cheeks? Want a record deal? Something that we would have laughed them out of the room for back in the 80s and the 90s and even the early 2000s. Now they've put so much money into it that's what it is. So They've bastardized it so badly. Now that's the bad news.
Yeah.
Here's the good news, okay? The good news is we don't need them. That's the good news. The problem is that too many black folk as a group are bull jobbing around. Too many black folk as a group are playing around. Too many black folk as a group are not investing in themselves. Too many black folk as a group are relying solely on their income. As soon as you get an extra $100, you go off and go get a cell phone or something else. Too many black folk who say they want to start a business do not do their due diligence. They do not become excellent. They don't develop any type of credit. They try to live solely off savings. They're not adhering to some of the basics that you need to do in business. If you're going to go into business, there's a reason why everybody yells about your credit score. Your credit score is your ability to borrow money. If you are unable to borrow money, then you are relying strictly upon your own savings, which may or may not be very limited. And if you're black, they probably are very limited. That's what needs to happen. But we don't do that. We don't do that.
Right. And on the thank you very much, and I agree 100% when you speak upon the old generation of the entertainers and athletes. So how about this? Just as one thing I just like to say. So you do have a younger generation of millionaires that is not tampered with exactly what you are referring to. So if we can
give me just a moment here. Let me see if we can stop him for just a moment here. Because I'm not really sure. We were doing okay here at first. For some strange reason, Blog Talk is doing that now. Everything started off okay. But like I say, once we start talking about some real stuff, then they won't start messing with us. Let me see if I can get you to try that one more time, caller.
Yes, it is breaking up a lot, and I agree with you. It's definitely digitized. I was just trying to say, let's try to get a whole, or not let's, like your message is so strong. I would love for your message to reach out to this younger generation of multi-billionaires through that field of athleticism. As a music industry here, I agree with that one.
Brother, it's breaking up on us real badly. It's breaking up on us real badly. I'm not really, I'm hating that choosing to do that now, but thank you for giving us a call here tonight. It's breaking up on us very badly. We're doing fine, connected. We're doing okay. I know you all are hearing me all right. It's the callers that are not coming through as clearly as they should be. So definitely they're hating what we're doing, talking about it right now. Because I'm hearing them, they're kind of digitizing. But understand something. When we start talking about black folk getting serious, of course, you're going to start seeing hinky things occurring. And that's to be expected here. But I got more than one way to skin a cat on that. So I'm not really worried about that. If it continues doing that, like I said, I got ways around that. But we are going to get the business done. If you want to talk to us here tonight, go ahead and do that. If I have to, I'll just use a roundabout way of dealing with this. But we're not going to let Blog Talk or any other type of hate stop us on this. Let me get a caller from area code 202. You're on live with the Black Channel.
Hi, Jason.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Tom. My name is Delvine. I'm calling from D.C.
Okay. Your name is Delvine, calling from D.C.
Delvine.
Okay. Name is Delvina, calling from D.C. What's on your mind?
I'm 47 years old, and just over the years, I've just been having such a hard time landing employment. So
give me just a moment here. I'm going to see if we can try something a little bit different here. Because obviously, like I say, you all know we have not had any problems out of these phone lines. We have not had any problems out of these phone lines in weeks. So for this to start happening all of a sudden, everybody understands, okay, there's something hinky going on about that. But that's okay. I've got different ways of dealing with that. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And that's fine about that, too. I'm not going to tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and do it. So what I'm going to do here now, I want everybody to just stay on the line for me, okay? Don't go anywhere. Everybody just stay on the line. We're going to see about trying a different way of dealing with this. Everybody who has called in, I want you to just stay on the line where you are. Don't go anywhere. This is the Black Channel, and Intelligent Black Society, as always, we got more than one way to deal with that, so we'll be dealing with them too as we go on here. Caller who's on the line here, just stay where you are, and we'll try a different way of getting this underway here. See if we start having problems or if this changes differently. That's what I wanted to do. If it starts having issues, we'll do something a little bit different. I'm going to see if I can give you all a call here, which is fine by me. We'll just give you a call instead. The only problem is for those of you who are used to running for bill collectors, that might be an issue for you there. They don't call you on Sundays, but some of them might be afraid. If you do get a telephone call here this Sunday, by the way, that's probably me instead of them. That way I can just go ahead and give you a call instead. I got a bunch of people on the line, but we'll just call them up directly instead and see if we can get them. So. All right, caller from 202 apparently is dealing with debt collector issues. So anybody who's on the line who's afraid to answer the phone because you owe a bunch of people a bunch of money, this is the opportunity for you. Actually, you need to answer the phone so you can stop owing so many people so much money. I just thought I would throw that in there for you. But this might be your opportunity to get that straightened out for a change. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can try something a little bit different here. Let me get caller from area code 201. You're on live with the Black Channel. We'll see how your connection does. Okay, he is asleep at the wheel. Let me see if I can try to get another caller here. We're going to try caller from area code 337. If your connection is good to us here, you're on live with the Black Channel. Caller from area code 337. You're on live. Okay. Well, the crack got another one, apparently. That's okay. Caller from area code 916. You're on live with the Black Channel.
Hello, Jason. This is Josh from Sacramento. Can you hear me?
Okay. I can hear you, but you're coming through kind of janky there. What we're going to do is just hang up and give you a call back instead. Let's see if we can try to give him a call instead and see if that does better. By the way, if you are running from creditors and that makes you afraid to answer the phone, that might be something in particular that you want to deal with. Get those bills paid or caught up. Might be an opportunity for us to see about helping you with that. Okay, I'm trying to see if we can give this guy a call instead here. Because if you are having issues with that, folks, this would be an opportunity for you to get that taken care of. I'm just saying, some of them are afraid of that, but this might be an opportunity for you to do that. Okay, this is real weird the way this one's coming in. Let me get a caller from area code 602. You're on live with the Black Channel. Caller from area code 602. You're on live.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you if you actually talk.
Hey, how you doing? It's Kyle.
This is Kyle. Where are you calling from, Kyle, while you're fumbling with the phone, sir?
Well, I'm trying to get a connection. I'm trying to make sure you can hear me. I'm calling from Arizona.
What's on your
And
mind?
I was calling because I've been listening. Say it again?
Last try, Kyle. What's on your mind?
I've been listening to you for a while, and I've been listening to the black media for a long time, especially with this candidate. And I've been looking at the presidents that we have, and we have no presidents that's really actually got black foundational people, Americans in mind. So after me, I've been researching and I've been doing my due diligence. I want to talk to you, and I want to.
Kyle?
Can you hear me?
Kyle?
Yes.
Do you have a question?
Yes. Yes, I do have a question.
Okay, good. Just
I want to run for
go
president.
ahead and just ask your question.
I want to run for president of the United States of America, and I want support, and I want to have a black agenda for Black Foundation Americans, and I want support.
Okay, well, you have our support. Then.
Right now I've set up. Can you hear me?
That wasn't hard. You have our support. Was that all?
Yes, and I have.
Is that all you wanted?
Yeah, I want. Well, I want to also let the people know that I have a GoFundMe account, and I want to
okay,
have
Kyle,
people to.
Kyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like you need to get your exploratory committee together. Where's your exploratory?
Okay.
Where's your exploratory committee, sir?
Well, right now I'm starting it all from scratch.
Right now you're starting off from scratch. Okay, so before you do anything else, you better put together a presidential exploratory committee so that you can gauge everything you need to do to make a run for office. If you're simply saying, I want to be president, let me set up a GoFundMe, that is not the way it works. So if you do not have an exploratory committee, I would recommend that you call either of the major political parties. They can certainly help you with that. Or a Google search will allow you to see what you need to do to set up. Okay. Let's start there, all right?
Okay.
Kyle in Arizona for president 2024. We expect to hear from you.
Okay.
Thank you for giving us a call tonight. Yeah. All you need is the will and a GoFundMe and away. Caller from area code 718. You're on live with the Black Channel.
Hello, Jason.
The only sane callers we had were not, the sane callers are breaking up and the crazy ones were crystal clear. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name's King from Brooklyn. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
He's digitizing on us here right. Yeah, you're digitizing here on us right now. I'm going to see if we can just stay on the line for me here. I'll see if we can try to get him back on here in just a minute. Caller from area code 630. You're on live with Black Channel. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Jason, this is Dominic from Memphis, and I'm a 23-year-old truck driver, and I got my CDL when I was 21. Got tired of working at Starbucks, so when we got my CDL.
Okay. Give me just a moment here, brother. I'm going to see if we can try to give you a call back. I want to see if I can try to get a better connection. It sounds like he might actually be halfway coherent, so if he is, I'll see if we can try something a little bit different. I'd like to see if we can try to get a coherent caller on the line here without it breaking up on us. Though I am having a number of issues with getting that going, as a matter of fact. So between Blog Talk and the Skype, we're having a number of different problems. I'm not sure about why. We were doing okay until we started talking about thinking practically. So, boy, they sure do hate that. Now, you know what my response to that type of thing is, right? My response to that type of thing is I just need to have nothing but a whole week where we do nothing but discuss that kind of thing. That's the way I take a look at that. So I just feel like we just need to have a whole week where we investigate that. So one way or another, we will get the job done. Just be aware. And these folks here might not like it, but one way or another, we'll see about that. One way or another. As soon as you have something serious going on, people are all of a sudden you start exhibiting problems with